Hello and welcome to the third episode of the Clubhouse. We've had a lot go on, haven't we?
Yeah, it's been a while.
A lot go on.
It's been a while since the last episode, but we're back, and we're back in full swing. I don't know how often these episodes are going to be, but we'll see.
They'll be filmed. If you haven't noticed already, there is a mystical man next to me.
Mystical man.
Mystical Matteo, here he is.
I'm happy to be here.
Welcome to
Let's go.
Welcome to the Clubhouse.
Yes.
This is the first episode where we have someone else with us. We actually have a group called the G's. We have an Instagram account. I'll link it in the bio. So if you want to go follow that, go give it a follow. It hasn't got anything on there yet, but it will at some point.
Soon to come.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. So what do you wanna go into first?
Well, I mean, we'll start off lightly. For those of you who know, I spoke about football last time we were on here, but there's been a lot go on in the football world recently. Heartbreak I had, FA Cup final. What were we doing, mate? Do you know what I mean? I was at work. These two came and saw me at work as well.
They're slapping tables.
We were playing football. I was getting angry. I was actually getting rattled. Beyond rattled, the point. What were we doing? You know, but it is what it is. We lost. Fair play for Palace to get in a European spot. But, you know, it's all right. But so City lost that, unfortunately. But big news. Big up the Tottenham. Won the Europa League the other night.
Oh, you're a big Tottenham fan now, are you?
Nah, not even. But
Didn't hear that one.
United are just... I mean, I don't want any team to win, really. Can't lie, but if I had to pick one of them, I'd rather Tottenham.
You being a Tottenham fan wasn't on my bingo card for 2025, can't lie.
I'm not a Tottenham fan.
I'll get you one for your birthday, mate. Get you a t-shirt.
Just think it's nice England someone finally has a trophy.
Do you know what? I've seen all those memes where it's like the dust cloud over the city and it's like Tottenham opening their cabinet.
You would be the first City fan that I've heard say, I'm just happy that Tottenham won the final.
Well, I'm not happy either of them, but
just
you know,
Just
Manchester is blue, and I stand by that. I couldn't have it, couldn't have that red all around it. But yeah, so that's my take on the football. Anyway, we went to a final, didn't we?
Oh, we did have a final indeed.
Before we went away to Amsterdam. Big segment coming up on that. But before we went to go watch the mighty Red and Black Army, the Tongham.
Yeah.
Up at Tongham. This guy played in the final.
Before we did that, we had a lovely brunch courtesy of Turtle Bay.
Oh, loved it. Well, did have to give my drinks to you and Cam.
Oh yeah, Chris couldn't have the brunch. His brother could, but Chris couldn't. I had a lot of your drinks.
You did. You had one. You had one, mate.
How many did Cam have?
One.
I had when I went to the toilet. It was, Cam, can you finish this, please?
Can I just say before we move on, just in all my time of ever going out, I've never gone, couldn't you help me out, mate? To my own brother.
Yeah, but did you want me to come to your final?
Are you going to finish that, or do you want me to?
Oh, you're funny. Yeah, you're funny. You know, did you want me to get to your final? Or...
I wonder if you were drunk, would you have made it?
Wouldn't have made it one bit. But yeah, the final was alright. Bit disappointed.
Oh mate, there were a ton of yikes moments in there.
Yeah, a bit disappointed. You know, Tongham were all over Manacroft.
Until they went down a man for no reason.
For no reason.
Man's got headbutted and got sent off.
We'll get onto that later on. Big up the Cam.
I heard the ref was wearing yellow that day, but
you know, they will pay their striker £180 a week though, won't they, to do nothing. Yeah. Start him on the bench in the cup final, didn't even score. Waste of money, waste of time.
Yikes.
Anyway, moving on from Tongham, we do have a fellow Tongham. Why did I say fellow for? We do have a Tongham player here with us right now. So, how did your season go? Tell us a bit about it.
I joined, since coming down from step 6, I joined in December, having a fallout with another manager, and it wasn't working out. So I found my local club, which is pretty much Tongham. I pretty much just reached out and said, am I able to come down, maybe get some training going? But at that time it was Christmas time, so I pretty much jumped straight into a mid-season friendly. And well, I was stuck at
We
left.
actually came to that one.
Yes.
Oh, that was our first
Yes.
game, wasn't it? Yeah.
First game, so I hadn't actually trained.
Yeah, you were playing left wing right there, weren't you?
Yeah, that was hard. I think I played every position that game.
Yeah, just got moved around.
Left
like-
wing back,
Yeah.
centre mid, 10. Yeah, I feel like I played everywhere. Then we went to, I think I went right wing. We changed formation and I went on a wing. And then your boy we got 2 goals. Well, I got 2 goals. And then we won the game.
Yeah,
So-
big up.
Yeah, then that was the start. And then league action kicked off, and before I arrived at Tongham, they were playing a 5, which is obviously at 5 at the back, so pretty much 2 wing backs. And then when I joined, we went to a 4-3-3. So
Yeah,
it was more attacking.
Ah, that's
with
good.
myself coming into the team.
it's good. Anything else you want to add on that, or you know, you haven't had quite a big season.
I've had a big season, but the reason there's not really much to explain is because I felt like I haven't been there long enough to explain. However, getting to cup final and being joint top goal scorer of just the first team, it's still a big thing. So I'm glad that I got to get that mark and then earning an award at the end of the season for playmaker of the season, getting quite a few assists as well as goals. So that was also nice. It's just a shame we couldn't grab the cup final.
You got a new favourite song for game day though, didn't you?
Yes. Yes. Lionel Richie, Dancing on the Ceiling. Oh, what a feeling to be dancing on the ceiling.
Also-
What a tune.
Also did get promoted, so you
We
got
and also we
to
got
put that in
promoted.
there.
Yes, promotion. So we're now a step 7 team. So it's going to be exciting. What comes up? It's going to be exciting next season. It's going to be exciting.
We've had some good moments at Tongham now, haven't we?
Oh yeah, we've met a lot of characters
We've had
as
some
well.
delightful moments.
A lot of characters. Dodgeball.
Dodgeball. They loved it. They actually loved it. We went to a game in Woking to watch Tongham play Woking Vets, and we brought a little dodgeball along because we were gonna be bored at like half time and stuff. So we started throwing it about, and the players that weren't playing loved it.
Mate, the people on the side had more fun than we did with that ball.
Facts.
It got to the point where we didn't even know where it was.
No, we had to. Was it not like the week later we went back?
Nah, it was
And
same day.
Right, it was a long day.
It was just in
Yeah.
someone else's car.
Just ended up in someone's car. didn't it?
Dodgeball!
Big up Patters. Stole our
Big up
dodgeball.
bouncing off people's faces as well. Double kill.
Can we get a pause on that, please? 'Cause that was that was
Right,
mad.
Big up the double kill.
No,
What
no,
a day.
No,
That was
fucking-
a great day. And then
Yeah,
I think
Luca.
that kind of topped it off.
Put yourself together, mate.
no, I can't.
I think
Luke,
it was just how it was like a ping pong ball.
that's alright. Luke would bounce on people's faces.
The
That's what
ball
you just
bounced
said.
off people's faces, yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you said the first time.
I said big up the ball bouncing off people's faces.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, we'll bounce on people's faces.
I have the clip as well.
Oh, no.
Do you know what you need?
You
When it's
actually
both
set
of
me
them?
off.
You need the
Double kill.
hit marker.
It wasn't even a kill streak though, to be fair.
He did get a
We'll
bit
go for that.
battered with that dodgeball.
I'll throw a little question in now.
Go on.
I think I know the answer, but out of all of the Tongham players, which one are you most excited to see when you're on your way to a Tongham game?
To see?
Oh. Are we
There's
talking-
there's not a player.
Are we talking like?
Come
Come on in.
Come on in!
Are we talking like what we want to see play baller wise, or just someone?
We'll
or
do
just
both.
someone I know
We'll do both.
is gonna be great to watch. Like fucking have a laugh.
We'll do both.
Okay, so my first one, the one that I just know is gonna have a laugh, get munch here a little bit. Big up Hazy.
Hazy.
Big him up. Probably one of the funniest blokes I think I've ever met.
Can you explain why?
He's just a shit house, really, isn't he? Like, he's just an
He
absolute
also loves a bit of
shit
pop world.
Oh, he loves it.
Yeah.
Hurt your ankle though, didn't he?
Oh, please.
Twist him up.
Twist him up. No, yeah, he's just a shit house, mate. Love him. And then, baller wise, I don't know. I'm excited to see Josh Adams play properly this year. Very excited. Good friend of ours.
I like the lino. Great guy.
Luke Quinnell.
Great
Big
guy.
shout out, Luke Quinnell.
He's running the line, just says, come on then.
Yeah.
Come on then.
Oh, what a guy he is.
He'll have it, won't he? He'll fucking do it.
A massive shout out to him, by the way, because that guy, every week.
It's a loss.
I don't think I've ever seen someone take as much abuse
And that's just from us
on a
two.
football pitch, let alone you two,
Yeah.
from opposition manager, players, fans. Honestly, coaches. It's just how he hasn't got in a fight
It's alright.
or
He'll just say,
whatever.
come on then.
It's alright.
Yeah, but then he just
Come on!
Come on then. Like, it's just,
You guys lost him his job anyway, so.
No, he hasn't lost him his job. He will be back. He's in cup games.
He'll be there anyway.
He'll be there on. I hope to be there. I see him there on the pints for league games,
On the point.
Get him.
and then the cup games. Offside when you're not, but
No, it's been a good season for the boys. There's just not much to say. I mean, I enjoyed watching what I could at
The games that I could have off work.
what
At the Tongham Rec.
What do you think are the things that attract you to come and watch?
Yeah.
So it's a big thing because obviously like non-league football is a growing thing, and to be at Tongham, as it's such an upcoming club, and obviously finding out history about Tongham. Here's a fun fact: you know, Tongham have got like a Guinness World Records.
No.
Yeah, I think it was either most yellow cards and red cards in one game.
That's just hazy and greener, mate.
Oh no, this is back in I don't know what year, but
Damn.
it's actually like a thing. But I think that's a bit of history, and I think in years to come, we will see Tongham progress through, hopefully progress through the leagues, because I think there's a big plan at the club. So I'm excited to see the future of Tongham.
I mean, non-league's been a big thing for most people anyway. Like, there's a lot of people I know that follow their local more than they follow. They'll follow like a big team,
Yeah.
but they'll follow their local more
Mm-hmm.
than they'll follow like a big team. And I actually think it's quite admirable.
Like if you
Can't
think,
just be an Egan fans at that point as well then.
no. See, Tongham's top. At least Tongham, you get football, you get atmosphere, and you're not to charge.
Might as well become Ashford Town fans at that point.
No.
Big up the Ashford Town.
But like,
Dad coaches for
if
them.
you think of
The Hood.
yes,
The Hood.
the Hood.
The Hood has a team.
Yeah,
Big up the Hood.
the Hood has a team.
You know you're playing against the Hood when he goes. Then you start seeing the manager or the goalkeeper like walking out the goal and then goal. Cheers, ref.
Activate the manual control switch.
Activate the manual control switch and then just
Right, we're not bullying my dad now, please.
The Hood.
Big up the Hood.
the Hood. What a guy.
Right. After that, we what did we do?
Had a massive trip, didn't we?
Big trip.
The first, I want to point out, it's the
What,
first.
literally or?
Well, not for us anyway.
I don't know.
Michael Zalski.
But this is the first. How long have we been friends for now? Like what? 3 years? 4 years?
Yeah.
This is the first actual like holiday we've been on together.
Yeah,
So
that was a good one.
It was great. It was good. I enjoyed it. We did go to Amsterdam. I mean, if you've seen the vlog.
If you've seen the vlog on the channel, stories, highlights, videos,
Instagram content, it's
Yeah,
all
man.
on there. But yeah, it was a great trip. I thoroughly enjoyed it. What would you say your highlight was first?
My highlight, I've got way too many highlights. They got Crackhead Craig, the Canal Tour.
Alright.
Yeah,
So-
too many highlights.
Yeah,
too many
way
highlights.
too many.
It started off like being funny before we even got there.
I'm never doing that again, by the way. So, to put it in perspective for those of you that haven't seen the vlog, I finished work at 10 o'clock, right? I then had to come back here, grab bag, and we were waiting at Heathrow. Bear in mind, that wasn't the first airport we went to. Sorry, we got the coach from Heathrow. That was already a shambles.
Chris booked us the wrong tickets.
It's alright, I paid for your ticket anyway.
No, I paid you back for it, so you owe me. I'll invoice you later.
Looking balls right now, I didn't want you later, Luca.
That's getting clipped. Big up Rohan.
Basically, I've got nothing. Yeah, so we were there. The guy was being such a jobbo as well, because the driver was going to let us on. Like, the driver was fully just going to be like...
The ticket guy, nah.
Ticket guy, absolute jobbo. So he went and bought up, that was already made the evening. Then this guy, back at the coach. Until this one woman opens the door with beaming light straight at us. And it was like, fuck's sake. So that was an hour of my journey, just no sleep.
Then we get to Luton. What a dead airport, but obviously security's not open, and there's many seat halls, fucking people with their like bags over.
Vultures.
Seat vultures, that was another thing. Oh my god, I forgot about the vultures.
You had all these people just waiting, as soon as someone pop up, they're in. And I was like, oh my god.
Where did we sit?
We sat on a piano. It got to the point where we just started waking people up with it, just to try and get a seat. We'd be there, you'd give it pretend to sit on it, just the gong.
But it did come out in our favour. We went through security, we were like the first people through. And what did we get at Burger King?
Oh,
Plug sockets.
Plug sockets.
Oh my god!
God
Didn't have to use the battery packs.
God send. Didn't help that I did the first day at Dam on, what was it, like 90 minutes to sleep or something. Ridiculous.
I had a little snooze on the plane.
It's making me tired just thinking about it.
No, because what happened then is we landed in Amsterdam, got out, got through security, got through passport control. Who hadn't taken off yet?
Right, and that's where my journey begins. So I think it's about 3 o'clock that we may have picked up my friend. Big up George. Picked him up. We got picked up from a house from my parents about 10 to 4. Got to Heathrow and 4:30. And waited ages because our check-in wasn't for like another hour or so. So we couldn't actually check in our bags. So we sat around and, as you say, the seat hoggers, vultures everywhere. People just laying there like that on the bench, and you're like, oh, can you please move?
Yeah, you have the hoggers who hog the bench, and then the vultures. The second the seat becomes available.
Yeah, the hoggers were just stupid at that time. Laying on your bag on one seat, and then you take up the rest of the 3 seats. It's like, no, it doesn't work like that. If you're at Heathrow, just think about other people. Other people go to the airport. Other people are tired. We get you tired. The bench isn't a bed. Don't use a bed. Don't use a bench. So you were checked in, and then what do you do once you check in?
Go through security.
Go through security. Now you're through security. We're not going to
Duty free.
You go through the duty free section. And you're at Heathrow. You can only go to one place, and that is Wetherspoons. Went Wetherspoons for a lovely pint.
Luton doesn't have one of those.
Yeah,
Shit hole.
But had a pint to breakfast, and then by the time they had landed, we were just taking off. So yeah, that
hadn't done enough waiting that day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll sit in an airport for fucking accumulate like what 8 hours in an airport.
Multiple airports.
Yeah, facts. Did 3 airports that day.
But they might have done more waiting, but they saved the money. So in this battle of the journeys, they waited longer but paid less.
Way less, like 80 quid less.
Yeah, we paid more and waited less. What would you rather?
But no, it was the first day. It was when you know the first day set off right when we get to the hotel.
Oh my god, the hotel! What a delightful hotel!
And we go to drop our bag.
No, it was before that. You sure this is the hotel? It's just apartment blocks.
Yeah.
No, it says hotel. XM Philly, big up.
No.
Is that just a sign to tell me where it is, or what? Mostly that right?
Just, yeah, but I did enjoy my stay.
Oh, the room. To be fair, the inside it was nice.
The only part I hated was having to move. So we had a room where it was us three, me, Luca, and George in a room, and they had Luca had like a sofa bed thing, in the corner, and they set 2 single beds up as a double bed, and 2 headboards were like a double bed, and I was like, oh, I'm not fucking having a double bed, am I? Do you want to drop any more popcorn, mate?
I dropped 1 piece.
You can move on to the crisps now.
Big up.
Yeah, so I moved my bed all the way over. Little did we know we had
No.
Have some.
No. I'm not mixing.
you're not mixing.
Sweet and what is that?
Yeah, you wait, mate. You're having one.
What is that?
They're paprika.
Oh wait, we've got to wait for this.
Taste test.
Do you like them?
It was a face.
You like that? I was waiting for that. Oh,
You know I bought those just so you could try one.
What?
I don't even like them.
Oh my god.
is your mouth on fire? Yeah.
Do you know why that's funny? That's funny because they taste so bad. They are one of the worst things I've tasted, by the way.
Their Walker's Max is like
Extra.
flaming extra hot.
Yeah, I can taste the extra hot.
And I was like, as you're a fan of extra hot stuff.
That's so bad. Can you please try one of them? Wow. It stinks.
No, just not nice. I
Yeah, just
think.
No. But yeah, going back to what we
No,
were.
hang on.
I've already had some.
We're a 3 on
He
here.
had it before we put them out just to see how bad they were.
2 as well. Pure dust.
Rather than meringue.
Oh.
Yeah, so we're in a room,
Oh,
and they put the 2 single beds up as a double bed. So one, I spent 5 days without a headboard.
They lie on with your head every time.
2, my pillows were literally just below the fucking light switches. So every time I put my pillows up to lay properly, flick on the lights, wouldn't I? Oh, I did my nutting. I actually did my nutting.
And 3, I had to listen to Chris and George snore every day.
We had to listen to you as well. So it
Goes
goes 3
nowhere near
ways.
as bad.
Glad I wasn't anywhere near that room because yeah, I'll tell you, I've seen a video, guys, and that would rattle the hotel.
I was gasping for breath at one point.
You would think there was an earthquake with these 3, and when they're going all 3, oh god, it's the equivalent of turbulence and bags moving around and falling out the headlockers and stuff. Because that is actually listen, the worst song in the world.
Bicycle monsters.
But summing up the first day, so we got to the hotel.
God.
We then
Bought the tram passes.
bought the tram passes, pick up the tram, love it.
Arm on a leg.
It wasn't that bad though, to be fair. €28 for 5 days worth of travel. I didn't include train, tram, and bus.
Yeah, true.
That
Not
was when
bad,
we
is
got
it?
introduced to the lovely 21.
Lovely 21, love it. all the buses were like the 695, whatever it was. 395, that was it.
The 80 wasn't a delight, I can tell you that. I hated that one.
Or was it a 369?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Just
to the
Shoreditch Airport.
Yeah.
I
didn't
Shoreditch
like
Plaza and Airport.
I didn't like the 80. That one was bad.
Nah.
How do you remember where they all go? Where did the 80 go?
That was the
Tulips.
tulip one.
Sorry, Jordan. No, you're gonna get a shout out here, but
Well, coconut.
you know, I'm happy we went for your birthday, but wouldn't go again. I wouldn't go again.
That bus journey. Oh my god.
Oh
The
my
bus journey
god.
did it
Do you have
for me.
aircon in
The
here?
way home. Oh my god.
It's alright, I had a little nap on the way home, it was lovely.
Imagine being sat in a furnace just the whole way home and just looking at everyone. And everyone else just looked normal.
It was so bad that instead of waiting for the next bus to go back to our hotel, we got the train.
We actually got a train. Because we couldn't actually sit on another bus after another bus tried to cook us alive.
But no, and then we did the Almighty in the evening.
Went to the old smart shop, loved it.
I loved it. The bus
You had a
shop.
great time talking to the boss man there.
Yeah, just try and find out all the information.
Just
about-
wanted to sell you ecstasy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wanted
Trippy
to
X.
tell me.
To be
Trippy
fair-
Try this one, yeah?
If you've had Trippy X, please let us know what it was like, because that's Matteo's next one.
No.
You can hack
Try
it.
this,
you,
mate.
You can hack it.
You'll be alright.
No,
Yeah.
we took
Trippy X.
we took
C word stuff.
we took a dive to Atlantis, didn't we?
Yeah, big up Atlantis. It's on the wall somewhere.
It's nice actually. I once it kicked in, it was alright.
It took forever to kick in,
Yeah.
but then it did for a little bit, so it was alright.
Yeah, it took quite a while to kick in, but once it did, I had a great time.
Bro, the time I realised it had kicked in was when I opened my lovely, delightful bag of paprika lays and munched the whole bag in one sitting. Bearing in mind, like, if you've had a bumper bag in this country, like a mega bag, it's like double the size and it's full to the brim. Are you alright there?
Sorry,
What are you doing?
Sorry, Luca.
No, look at the state of that.
You having an ice
No,
cream?
What?
Oh my god!
Has anyone got a flake?
He's
Oh, you're lucky to
You've
find
got chocolate at the bottom, like for
I think we just have to go into a bit more of that story because Lucas just explained that he had a big bag of crisps and he was just putting his hand in like any normal person was. Now this guy was Mary Poppins. But you know when
This
Mary
bag
Poppins
never-
goes into the bag? This bag had like an endless fucking
Nah.
bottom. I don't know.
Because remember, I think that's
Oh,
what.
Corno!
Because I think that's what set me off was seeing Luca
Thank you for
elbow
the ice
deep
cream.
in a crisp bag, grabbing all the little crisps and munching.
Bro, at one point I thought I was tripping because I just couldn't find the bottom of this bag.
Yeah. It was actually because I tried something different, which was higher on the scale, which is more you feel kind of spaced out. So when I saw Luca, his elbow was past the top of the crisp packet. But at this point, his whole forearm was like in the crisp packet. So I thought I was actually seeing stuff like that didn't seem normal. But an enjoyable experience. I thought I was a character in like the old days, like as Inspector Gadget or something, trying to spy on someone. Don't know why, but I just thought I was one of those characters.
I just find it a bit funny.
Brilliant.
You
Yeah.
got called Mike Wazowski.
You got called Michael Zowski, yeah.
I told everyone I was Hank Marvin and Matteo didn't know who that was.
Fucking Marvin, there we go. But no, it was good. I enjoyed the whole trip. To be fair, the whole trip was good. We did a lot. So much to talk about. Where do we start? That's the thing.
Went and saw some nice plants.
Oh, we could skip that part out. No offense, Jordan. No offense.
I got a nice picture of the rake. Oh, the staff member thought I was a staff member because I had the rake in my hand. Excuse me, can I help you?
Nah,
You're working on the garden, aren't you? No, I'm just holding the rake.
No, it's when we were trying to grab all the tools up. We were like, Matteo, can you grab us a photo? And I'm not doing that
I'm not
shit.
doing that shit.
And carried on walking.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, fuck's sake.
Look,
No, it was-
Went on the stepping stones.
we are three dicks, but when it comes to taking stupid photos of rakes and picking random stuff up, no.
I got a picture of the rake.
yeah, good for some.
You've got to take out of a horror film.
We yeah, no, Chilis was nice. Got to see a windmill.
Yeah.
That was nice. Highlight of my trip, to be fair. The windmill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Biggest
guys-
highlights
guy
in the windmill.
went missing.
Went missing.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
me,
hedge maze.
George, yeah, and that me, George, and Jordan would. Well, I don't know what we were doing. We were looking at the map, Then Chris and Luca
Sorry,
are gone.
fucking. Oh,
Yeah,
No,
they're
no,
rubbish,
Chris.
aren't
fucking
they?
sick.
What a waste of money.
Fucking this right.
It's alright there.
They were reduced.
And there were
I think I'll pay you £2.30 for that.
Did you not see how many there were?
£2.30 for that.
Yeah, they were reduced to like 50p.
There was 63p.
God. They are horrendous. These are probably the worst crisp I've tasted. They look at them. I mean, they look shit.
Chat.
They taste very shit. And they're hot. I don't know what there's no need for them to be hot. They're already shat. Like,
Walker, it's not your fine confection.
Yeah.
But
Walkers, take them back. Do something else with them.
Stick to paprika lays.
Yeah, they're rubbish.
No, they're not.
Rubbish! But they just, we turned around and they were both gone. And then they were at the top of a windmill. I just one look and they're there. Next minute they just spawned to the top of the...
Saw some goats that day as well.
Man's got a portal shooter in his pocket.
got excited. The place had a petting zoo. I was like, oh
No.
yeah, get in.
My God, the worst pet.
Fucking 2 goats. That's what it was, just 2 goats. And that was just me and Luca standing there. No, I'm joking. They literally had two goats and a fucking pen. And some bloke just feeding it leaves.
2 goats and a pen.
Well, yeah, that was nuts. We were outside the pen.
What were they writing? That's a shit joke. That's such a shit joke.
Are we going to allow the silence?
I'm just speaking because I don't want it to be a silence.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll get to feed the goat. Nah, just guy didn't just put a bunch of
Yeah,
leaves
the whole
down and
bag
walked
and
off. And I was like, right then. It's not a petting zoo then, is it? Do you know what I mean? It's just
I was
me
expecting
watching.
to be able to be let in there, but no.
Oh, that would be sick.
Well, have you never walked around the petting zoo and pet the goats because you're in there with them?
I could do that at work, man.
Can you imagine if just one just runs at you and just headbutts you in the shin?
Ooh. Shin splints.
I think you'll get a bit more than shin splints.
Absolutely
Yeah,
shin
ankle.
splints. But,
Ankles! Woohoo!
but no, yeah.
Stinks of hot world.
Julius was good. But, yeah, I've just got to say that one, it really didn't really,
I mean,
it was nice. It was
Yeah.
It was nice to.
It was nice.
It was nice to walk around it and stuff and see all the. It didn't help that half the flowers were dead.
Yeah, the actual field didn't exist.
Yeah, but you know, you get what you get, I guess.
I mean, it was just something new because
I enjoyed the
they
food
come
that
up
was
on your
there.
TikTok every now and then.
Big fan of the food that was there.
Oh, come on, come on.
You'll pay £10 for a panini.
Oh,
You'll pay €10 for a little roll.
the
like
trays.
that,
What about the tray? The tray you can get on the tray, the buffet. What? There's just a time and a place to serve food on a tray and charge
School
a
canteen.
stupid amount for it.
Yeah, stupid, extortionate. Got to the point where I think I just bought a water and that was it.
Yeah, a water that costs you €5, you know. €5 water.
I've never, actually, to be fair, I've never seen somewhere where you have to pay plastic tax for a place that doesn't
Oh,
use
no,
plastic.
you'll pay plastic tax and still get paper.
You know,
Yeah.
go to Mackey's, yeah, I'll pay plastic tax. Get a paper cup, paper straw, paper lid. What am I paying for then? What's well, you get a McFlurry.
Speaking of Mackies, we saw an absolute delightful man in there. He had a great night.
So should you have a reenactment?
Slumped.
Absolutely
A bit
slumped.
like this, wasn't it?
I've noticed, I don't know what these cheese bites were.
They were nice.
They were fucking delightful.
Foreign Mackies is so much better than ours. Not the price though.
And I just see, I just see Luca with his phone on and what's he recording for. I turned behind me and there's a guy absolutely zonked in the corner, and I was like, right. He's
For a
like,
good 40 minutes as well.
I was like, he's either had a great night or a bad night. Either way, he's ended it in the Mackies. So who knows?
Asleep,
Snoozing.
passed out. So, the thing is, he did wake up, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he woke up and just looked about. And went back.
Straight back to sleep.
Must have thought, yeah, this is a safe place. So I'll just go back to sleep.
We had a few trips down a certain a certain street though.
You had a great time down one of them.
Yeah, this guy loved it as well.
Are we getting on to Yikes yet?
No,
Not
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
Not
But-
yet. That's to come. But
every can I say every day this guy was like, red light, should we get down there?
wait,
I'll
you
tell you
have
why,
to
though.
though.
Peep show, should we
I'll
get
tell
down
you
there?
why,
Get
though.
knocks?
There's a reason why. Because I think it's just the comedy in walking down, and when you see someone walk up to one of the windows and then they actually go in, you're just like, it's just weird because you just know what they're going in for, and you know what it's about. You're about to hear that stuff. So it's like, it's just weird.
In some cases, yeah.
We won't. No, save it. Save it.
But yeah, it was. To be fair, it was. I know that they're trying to earn a wage and stuff, but I just felt a bit awkward walking down there. Like I felt a bit like.
Nah, it's culture, mate.
Yeah, but for us,
It's culture.
Embracing the culture.
for us, it just felt like, for me anyway. It was just because it's out the norm. It just felt a bit like I shouldn't be looking at it, but I was delighted to. But I just felt like, you know,
Jesus.
it's alright. You wanted to go down blue light, so
Ooh.
There's no such thing as blue light.
Are you sure?
you sure? You kept going on about it for so long.
You're in it by the looks of it.
Researched that, have you?
Researched it. I liked how you knew which one was the what's the purple light though? It's a purple light, clearly.
Had a lot of experience with purple, haven't you?
Oh, let's not get into that. Let's not get into that, shall we?
Hey Chelsea. What?
What a night!
Oh.
What a night! But nah, I didn't. It was. It's just. What was funny was when you saw people come out of it.
Yeah.
That's when it got
Come out,
funny.
pulling the trousers, itching,
Pulling their zips up.
itching a bit.
Fully, a guy that's walking out like putting up trousers, and I was like, you just can't write it, can you? You can't
Toilet
write
roll
it.
on his shoe.
Probably been to Bonnie Blue at that point.
Bonnie Blue was definitely in one of
If
the
she's doing
windows.
2000 then next.
No, no thanks.
Yeah, sorry, I will be there. What do you mean?
You can. Don't drop the popcorn.
No, don't.
Have some more crisps.
I saw a TikTok the other day, and it was like, we've called in sick, but you see your manager,
Yeah, I
blue
seen
blue
that.
Q, and I was like, just it's fucking hilarious.
I'm pissed with his popcorn.
You
Yeah,
can have some crisps.
yeah, you're dropping on it. I think the floor's eating more than you.
We also went on a lovely little canal tour, didn't we?
Oh, loved it. What was funny was when the guy went, "Are you sure you're from London?" And we were like, bear in mind, I think you were 7 and I was 6 deep.
Nah, I liked it when they were asking everyone, like, oh, if you're all-inclusive drink, stand there. If you're not, stand there. And there was loads of people. We got on the boat. Oh, who's all-inclusive then? Put your wrist up. Oh, everyone! Oh, so you guys have been convinced to buy drinks as well? Get in. Everyone.
No, it was nice, but it's when the guy was like, "Oh, are you sure you guys are from London?" Because normally, apparently, people from England they have about 3 or 4 and they're done. And we were like, "Just keep it coming, mate."
Thank you.
Just keep it coming, and then it didn't hit me how steamed I was until I stood up.
Until the boat docked.
Once I stood up, I went, "Woo, okay." But what did we do after that?
Got more?
Went for another pint, didn't we?
Was that also the day you went to see Mike Tyson? I can't remember.
No, day after.
Because that was delightful as well.
Yeah, I've never tasted anything so nice in my life.
Red velvet hair.
Yeah, so it's dangerous. I could eat like 3 of them.
Oh, I'd love to see it. Please do.
I mean, I wouldn't actually do it, but the taste of it.
I think you'd go more than a few rounds with Mike Tyson.
I mean, I lasted all 12.
You might wait. I think you might wake up from 12 and do you again.
I can proudly say I went all 12 rounds. Lost on decision, but I went all 12 rounds.
You got major munchies.
Oh, major. So we went to a trip to Lidl. Before we did
Before we discovered the delight that is Jumbo.
yeah, great place. But yeah, we bought all these. Bear in mind, after this ear wore off and I had the munchies, I ate everything that I bought. Everything. We're talking crisps, waffles,
Cookies,
the lot. It was all devoured. I remember this guy going, "Got anything left?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, I've got the munchies." I was like, "Yeah, big time."
Just gonna point. Just had to underline waffles. Is that what you're calling them?
And you would have been, you were begging for one the whole trip. So let's not.
Hang on, I need to go into this because
I can play the clip if you want.
no, because in the clip you see I'm so hungry I could eat them shit waffles that you got.
But they're not.
No,
I don't know
but
what.
the thing
I
is,
don't know
Chris,
what
they
we're
were
arguing.
so-
I don't know what we're arguing
They
about
just
here.
looked.
They were actually delightful.
I think it was just a half and half, like half chocolate, it just, and the chocolate was where they'd been when they were starting to melt, and I was like, look at it.
They were I tell you what, when I had the munchies, they were absolutely delightful.
Yeah, they would have been
Stupendous.
Stupendous.
Oh.
Would you like a sweetie?
No.
Would you like a crisp? Oh no, it was a good
You
trip.
couldn't call that a crisp.
It's
not
delight.
It's not even stupendous.
It was a great trip. So I'm going to ask you again. Now I spoke about it a bit more. What would you say if you were to go back there? What's one thing? Do you know what we haven't even spoke about?
What?
Amaze.
Oh yeah, Amaze. That was great.
Loved it.
Oh, you just get hit by Mike.
Look him up.
That's the bar.
It was you want a seed, wasn't it? It was only a popcorn seed.
Amaze, great place.
I loved it.
Loads of lights, loads of playing like with lights.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Are
Loved
you
it.
actually good over there, mate?
Seeds.
Have some crisps.
Because your popcorn is shit.
I will go for anything in this kitchen other than that. Even the washing up liquid looks better than that. I'm not even
I
lying.
think we could have a bit of dust over there.
With the meringues.
I mean, kind of a cool. So just put this in context. We went to a Tesco trip earlier, and me and Luca in the reduced section where I got the Easter lights from, and yeah, but they're actually nice.
They're gonna be gone soon.
And Lucas, all these meringues were like, what was it, like 60p?
Yeah.
We get back here, we're eating them. He just picks one up and just crumbles in the dust.
Do you know it's like when you buy something? Oh, it's like kind of clickbait. So when you see something, you think, "Oh, that looks nice," and you open it, and you go to pick up, and it just crumbles in your hand. You're like, "It's just not what I expected." I was just so
Can't even eat it.
so disappointed because you picked them up. They all looked intact, and so you picked them up, and you pick one out of the box, and it's just dust. It was like it just went into dust.
They were great. But yeah, back to Amaze.
Back to
Great place.
Loved it. I think you're meant to go when you're
On something.
on something. We just went when we
You
were.
were, weren't you? Have you not seen the video of you going in?
Yeah.
Last
time I was, but I was just coming off it. George was a bit hesitant to go in, but
Yeah, I mean, we went when we were coming off.
I like the room when you control the lights. That was sick.
Yeah, that was good.
We had a lot of beers that day though. So.
I think we got. No, to be fair, we got there at the right point where we started to sober up. So it wasn't. So it wasn't too bad, and then it was on the beers when it came out, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But so I'll ask again. Now we spoke about it a bit more. For both of you, if you were to go back, what's one thing that you definitely have to do again?
The canal. I'd happily hop on a boat for an hour and have all-inclusive drinks. I think I drank more beer to make worth more than that.
Yeah,
I
of
paid
course.
for the trip.
But they were robbing people in broad daylight.
Oh yeah, we paid like what, 28.
Yeah, we booked
euros.
online. I think it was $27.50.
Yeah.
For unlimited drinks in the canal. You get to the place, they're charging €38 for the unlimited drinks.
I mean, I drank more than €38 worth of drinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, obviously, I didn't go on that canal tour because I was elsewhere. But also, what they done at the end, the honesty thing of how you thought it, if it wasn't good. I think you should mention that.
The tour guide was like, here's the tip box, like, if you enjoyed, put some money in. Honestly, if you didn't think it was that good, take some money out of it. And everyone put money in.
People were putting vouchers in. It was
Yeah, it was great. He was a great guy. Nice guy.
a great guy.
Crisps time. We also went to Zandvoort, me and you, for a day. Went to see some cars.
It was good.
The
I'm
home
not
of
a
the
big.
Dutch Grand Prix.
I'm not a big racing guy, but
Come on.
I did enjoy the trip. We saw the Aston Martin F1 team, didn't we?
Yeah, big up Mickey's Bar as well. Although they couldn't pour a
Mickey's
pint.
Bar. Get him.
Yeah, loved it.
Also,
loved the talent there.
if you're from the Netherlands or wherever, please learn how to pour a pint. Please.
And watch the streets.
Every pub we went to, you'd ask for a pint, and I think it'd be about that much foam and head, and you just gotta ask for a flake at that point. Do you know what I mean? Just stick it in there. But that was good. It was great. No, I can't.
Saw the nice blue Porsche, that was good.
Oh, the blue Porsche was probably my favourite car until it got fucking battered up.
Yeah,
It was my
was
favourite
involved
car.
in a bit of a smash up, but well.
So is that
Bikes.
where you
Don't forget the bikes.
is that where you would say you'd go back to then, Zandvoort?
I'd go back to Zandvoort when the Grand Prix was on, yeah. Zandvoort was great.
What about yourself? What's one thing you would have to do? Oh, that's a bit of a fruity snack.
Sure you don't want the crisps?
They're there for the taking.
This is pure dust, isn't it? Dust with sugar on it. It's dust.
Pure sugar.
What would you say that is?
Sugar.
Oh, you're
yeah.
droplets again. I'll have one though. Yeah, sugar.
I'm not even going to eat that.
Yeah, some of it's
I was going to go, no, it's rubbish.
Oh, go on then. So, what is one thing you would have to do if you were to go back there?
One thing I would have to do.
You'd love to visit Body World again.
Can we not talk about it? Because I won't be sleeping tonight.
I don't know. There's stuff I haven't done. There's stuff I'd like to do when I go back. I'd like to do the Heineken Museum, and if I was to go back, well, Heineken Museum and
We didn't go on the swing thing either.
probably a swing thing.
I could fuck right off.
Oh, crap.
Maybe
Swing.
a few better restaurants.
Swing.
I don't think we went to, because I don't think the Hard Rock was. Well, Hard Rock was
Oh,
good.
banging. It was actually banging.
Hard Rock was good, but I would like to go to a more upbeat restaurant. The Hard Rock was just. I think you know what you're going to get with Hard Rock.
Yeah.
It's, you
I
know
mean,
what you're getting.
I'd never beaten, so I.
Your first time.
I didn't know
but
what to
For
expect,
me and
but-
you, probably you know what you're going to get with Hard Rock. You know it's going to be at the level
Yeah.
that you should expect. But I'd like to go to probably a better restaurant that's probably more well known for maybe Dutch delicacies.
Lovely.
Love that.
Love
Love
that
that.
stuff.
Well, that pretty much sums up our trip. So, like always, on our podcast here, we have a top 5 segment, and there was a phrase we would have when we were in Amsterdam, and it was Dutch delights.
Oh, big up the Dutch delight.
Saw many Dutch delights. Read into that what you will. So we've all made a list of our top 5 Dutch delights, and I think we're gonna correspond here a little bit. There'll be a couple match overs, but yeah. So we'll let Matteo go first.
So my first one is it's not what it seems, by the way, because in the old back before our days they used to be called this, but disco biscuits. They were stupendous. Disco biscuits are like what you get here. They are groovy bars.
If you've ever been to Aldi, you'll probably know
Aldi.
Groovy Bell.
Or if
Yeah.
you go to Tropical Iceland, they call that papitas.
Papitas, yeah. So they're like a biscuit
Have you
with.
got any?
Yeah, but they wouldn't be. They wouldn't show much.
Yeah, but they're like a biscuit with
No,
a
they're in the top corner.
with a strip of chocolate down the middle, and in the groovy bar you'd normally get caramel. And obviously in the other ones we saw they contained other things. Yeah, with chocolate, caramel, and then some little
Like
Smarties on the top, and they're just stupendous. They taste lovely.
So I put here, and I think this is where we're going to match here. One of my delights had to be, if you've seen the vlog, you know, Jumbo. Oh my, I love it. They need to get one over here.
I love Jumbo. I also have Jumbo on my list.
It was Lidl, but better.
The bakery. The Jumbo bakery.
It was every day, wake up, go Jumbo for breakfast. We'd have our 2 pastries and a chocolate melt.
Yeah.
And then we'd crack on with our day. But it got to the point where you were paying like 80 cents for something. And it was like, yeah, go on, that can go in. That can go in. But yeah, it was good. Go on then.
I've got Jumbo on there, but I'll skip to next. I've got our experience at Nude Burger. It was a great experience. The ladder, big up. The stairs were like a vertical ladder just to go upstairs.
Don't get me started.
It was a nightmare. Chris literally crawled up the fucking stairs. Had to place his food at the top and then crawl up there.
It was. I'm not a small man. Do you know what I mean? So it was. We're talking width-wise, not height-wise.
Height-wise, you're very small.
So it wasn't the most. It was just. I might as well just climbed up the stairs at that point. It was like a ladder that turned.
The guy was also blazed as hell serving us.
Yeah, I thought he was taking the piss at first, but then I realised he's just off his nuts.
And we got some relics from there. We got the order here, table 28 up there.
I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this thing, you know when you go to restaurants, you scan the QR code. You know how they're like glued on the table. Oh, we just did take it off, didn't we?
Yeah, we got some coasters, eat your clothes off, and one up there.
Must say, burger was amazing.
Delightful, yeah.
Yeah, amazing. So I've gone here. We mentioned them earlier. The waffles. They were
not street waffles.
No. These. I don't know what it was about. They were just. But Lincoln from waffles is the pancakes we went for that morning.
Yeah.
Were absolutely amazing.
If I could put these pancakes on the screen, I really would like to show you because I don't see.
I'll a photo somewhere.
Yeah. They were delightful.
When you looked at them, they were the driest thing I've ever seen, and the chocolate just looked sweaty.
But the waffles and the pancakes were my second Dutch delight. I don't think there's anywhere where you get that over here, so it was nice. Go
on. Another thing when we went to.
Come on, carry on.
Yeah, thank you. So when
really fucking out.
When we went to when we went to Lidl, I picked up some chocolate milkshake, and they're not just normal chocolate milkshake. I think it's different chocolate milkshake you get in a carton, and it just tastes stupendous. I think it just tastes better in a carton, but that carton that I had was just lovely. There's just a certain taste.
It was funny to realise. It was good until you realised you didn't have a fridge in your hotel room.
Yes, so
it was hot.
Yeah, they had to go pretty quickly.
It was just warm chocolate milk.
It was no problem. Because I enjoyed them. My second one is definitely the chocolate milkshake we got from Lidl.
God, what's another delight for you then?
Another delight for me. So I shared some chips with my girlfriend. I can't actually remember. I don't know how to say it. How do you actually say that?
What, the chips, yeah?
No, the sauce.
The chip with
Yeah. Whatever that sauce. Whatever. See, that's why I didn't want to say it, because of the embarrassment. Yeah, whatever he said, that sauce. It's like a kind of.
Carry on, man.
It's the last podcast. It's like a lighter mayo, so it's very nice. It's a better version of mayo, I think, more buttery garlic. So yeah, that was another one of my Dutch delights.
For me, it was the 21 bus.
Big up the 21.
The main bus we got everywhere. Saw
many characters on that
numerous
bus.
things on that.
That's where we first met Crackhead Craig.
But no, it was nice. It was a good bus, to be fair. Got it everywhere. did enjoy it. It's weird because the buses over there, they have this like in the middle, they like pivot.
The foldy bus.
Yeah, so you get fucking massive. But yeah, you move. Go on, next one for you.
My next one is the paprika lays on day one.
Yeah.
Love the paprika
Elbow
lays.
deep.
Elbow deep in the bag. No, not like that. Way nicer.
That's bloody horrendous.
Paprika lays.
Yeah.
I also have Heineken on there. Wasn't a big Heineken fan before. Love Dutch Heineken. It tastes better out there. Here, it's clapped.
I think most things do.
There, it's
Because
lovely.
nah, because to be fair, I went from Heineken to when we went for our pint of the canal. I went for an Amstel, and I was just like, oh, would have preferred Heineken. to be
Yeah,
honest.
big up the
So it was
Heineken.
good.
You grow into it. I think you grow into it out there. 'Cause that's all you drink.
But here,
Yeah.
it just isn't that nice. There, it tastes so much better.
I think it's because it is there.
It's like having a Fanta lemon. When you have it here, it's capped. When you have it in like Spain, beautiful.
Get it.
Or whatever you've got in your fridge. which is all liquid, by the way. Not a single bit of food in that fridge.
Yeah, there's
Not
some,
a solid.
There's
Some gherkins
some
and
Melon
gherkins and
slices
some
and
watermelon.
melon slices and gherkins, and that is all you get out of that fridge. The rest, liquid.
I put the canal tour on here.
Love that.
I know you can go on like a tour here down the Thames, but I just don't think it'd be the
Not
same.
all inclusive.
No.
Exactly, I just wouldn't be the same with the tour guide and everything.
£10 a pint on how.
Just wouldn't be the same. Go on then, another diet for you. We'll do your last two. Go on.
So my last two, people might say they're dry, but personally I like them, especially for munchies. Was Little Pond Bears. Slapped, by the way. Ready salted.
And you were dissing my waffles.
No, you again. Eustace munchies. I'm not going on about your whatever. Waffles about that thick, doughy, half chocolate, shit, rubbish. Pond Bears were, I think, just what you need after a trip. So they were nice, easy to go down. And then, obviously, you've got to have one of the proper Dutch delicacies on there, the pink paradise truffle, because of all the feelings. I felt really happy eating this piece of earth.
Yeah.
So,
I
Got some
don't
actually if you want
think.
some.
No, I don't think I could sum up. I could sum up the taste of what these truffles tasted like. Tasted like mud.
Go to a garden centre. You know, like in Harry Potter, where they like pull the thing out and it's like,
Yeah.
just munch on that. Same taste.
Oh, it was grim. Go on then. What's your
really
last?
earthy.
What's your last Dutch delight?
My last Dutch delight, I've actually got Mike's Red Velvet here.
God,
Loved it.
don't get me started.
Loved it. Tasted amazing.
Delightful.
Didn't really hit me that much, but
I gave you
loved
the
it.
bigger half as well.
Yep. But I loved the taste. Loved it. Great.
Delightful. My last one, and I put on here, and call me what you want in the comments or whatever, but the Dutch women were just something else.
Dog.
Especially number 4 in the Peep Show. Something else.
Dog.
And I'll tell you that for free. If you ever go to the Peep Show, look at number 4. Absolute delight. But yeah.
Right, thanks for watching our Dutch delights. We're now on to one of my favourite segments of the poddy. That is the recent yikes.
Oh, we do have a few.
Oh yes.
We have a few.
Love to hand out my
Keep
favourite.
laughing.
Love to hand out my favourite, the one yike. So
Who wants to start?
I'll happily start.
Jesus Christ.
My first recent yike was Crackhead Craig on the 21 in Amsterdam. My guy we had a joint hanging out of his mouth. He shot a syringe into his mouth, was pouring stuff from his grinder into a drink.
Can we not talk about his shoes?
Like fucking
Clompers.
size
Wampa stompers.
size 15 Wampa stompers, and then just stumbled to the door and got off.
And what the worst thing was is these guys were laughing at him, but because I was tripping, it actually freaked me out to the point where I was hugging the bus pole.
And his mouth was proper going, and he's
yeah, and it got to the point where I was hugging the bus pole to be I think it was Jordan was sat here and I was like, Jordan is scaring me. Like he's scaring me, Jordan. Yeah, what a character though.
Your yikes.
My character. So my first yike that I have on here. So we were coming out of a peep show, and we were waiting for George and Luca. Don't know what they were doing or looking at. They definitely put more than €2 in to stay for longer.
Yeah, we had €4.
Yeah.
But I come out and I see Jordan just rush over with her phone, and I'm like, what is she doing? And there's this guy getting folded up like a pretzel outside of a peep show. Can't remember what he did, but all I remember thinking was, look him up. And she only tried to boot the security guard. I was
I think he went for a wee.
Oh, really?
I think he went.
Dirty guy.
Even though it says in English, all languages, please do not urinate in the cubicle.
Oh, you can have a bash though, can't you?
But you can have a bash, don't you?
What's the difference
Yeah,
there?
if you can go up the wall, yeah.
Definitely what this guy did.
No.
In there for fucking
Number 4.
4 minutes. But yeah, so when I saw him, when we walked out, and he was just getting folded like a pretzel by the police, I was like, yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
That is where the brownie hit me as well. That's where it fully kicked, not brownie, the velvet thing. That's where it full on hit me, so I was like, what the actual fuck? But yeah, it was fucking hilarious. Go on then, your yike.
Yike number 1. My first yike of the poddy. So we got on the bus. I can't tell you which bus it was. And I think we were on our way back to the hotel, and some random guy sat next to my friend. There was loads of seats where he could have sat, and there was one spare seat next to my friend. Could have sat anywhere. Could have sat anywhere, and decided to sit next to my friend. Didn't say nothing. Halfway through the bus journey of him being on, which was about
half hour.
Yeah, half hour. Or he just turns around and just says, "Where are you from?" And my friend, obviously, you're told not to talk to strangers. Don't know what they're like. So, well, my friend's also just a funny guy, so he just turned around and said, "Uganda." Yeah. Just said Uganda. I'm from Uganda, and he just turned around and went, "Oh, that's nice. I'm from Pakistan."
It was Indonesia.
Indonesia. But yeah, that was my one. Yeah, because it was just one of those moments where you don't expect it didn't expect Uganda,
yeah, it was
but
funny. Yeah, it was funny.
Where are you from? Hi, Uganda, mate.
Uganda.
He was wearing.
Oh. Great.
A Red Bull topless, so Luca was very happy.
Was he?
Yeah, he had a Red Bull jacket on. I think that's why he sat down to us, because I think it was me or Luca went dun 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 when we saw him get on. I think that's why he sat down.
Thank you, way up.
Yeah, go on then. Another yike from
Back
you.
to me. Right.
Back to you.
On the next yike of the week, we have you getting your neck tickled on the bus.
Oh, don't get me started.
Something keeps landing on my neck, man.
No, it wasn't even that. It was. I mean, if you have the video, insert it.
Yep.
But it was. I knew you were doing it. And then all three of you gaslighted me into thinking there was nothing there. Oh, I was fuming. I was on fumes.
Oh, that was great.
No, I have to sit next to some random woman as well.
I think that was just a trend of that one there.
She stunk as well.
You actually loved sitting next to random women.
She actually hooed. That's the bad thing. Like, I just had to face the window.
She went to the hum.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. My second yike is, I mean, I know it's their standard.
It's my favourite.
But bikes everywhere. You know, I get out of the Uber, first thing I see is nearly get taken off by a bike.
Chris, watch out, there's a bite up. Never mind.
Ridiculous. It's the fact that you get these tiny ass little fucking cars.
Literally smaller than a smart car.
These cars are literally like a mobility scooter with a roof. And there's people just driving them down a bike lane. You're like, what the fuck are you doing, mate? Like, what the fuck? But yeah, so one thing, if you ever go to Amsterdam, look out for is the bikes. They're everywhere.
Especially coming out of when we come out of the central station.
Bikes,
Yeah.
trams,
The
bus.
tram tracks and the road, and then the bike lane. You're like,
Nah.
I could die here. I could get knocked over by one of three things.
It was when we took our photo and we were risking it all. We were going
Stood in the middle of the
We
tram
stood in the middle.
tracks.
There was like a little diamond where the trams all crossed over.
Oh, see, that's
And we were like, we were getting hit by a tram or a bike. It's one or the other here.
They don't stop, by the way. I'm convinced they don't stop. Bikes will not stop. Trams, they just ring the bell that's not even a bell. Dung, dung, dung. How are you supposed to know what that is? It's not loud either, so you can't really hear when a tram's coming. You've got to look and go, oh, there's a tram coming. So you're posing for a photo, then dung, dung.
Yeah, it was funny. But what did it for me was so for example, the red light district was so crowded, even during the day, was so crowded, and you just got these bikes just flying around everywhere. However, there was one funny moment on the bike.
Oh
where,
no!
Me and Luca were both wearing shorts, and he was definitely talking to Luca. by the
No,
way,
he
and
wasn't.
He comes around and goes, "Yo, shorts! Don't skip leg day!" And it was to talk about him, and
He
it
was
was
definitely
funny.
talking to you.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
Definitely weren't talking to me. Look at
Talking
these
to
bad
one
boys.
of them because they both had shorts on. I think they're the only two that had shorts on down that area. So
Yeah,
And he was blazed. He was like, "Yo, shorts! Big headphones on.
Cheesiest
Don't skip leg day."
grin on his face from ear to ear, grinning when he rode away.
Literally a Gresham smile on his
Yeah, it
face.
was massive.
Very delighted. He was delighted. He was.
Yeah. Go on then.
Oh, this one. So we went to when we were on our way to the red light one night. We thought we'd stop in a pub, and
It's coming.
so we had we were halfway down our first pint, and I needed to use the toilet, the restroom. So there was another group that I saw go down before me. So I thought if I just followed them, I would know where the toilet was. So these two girls go into just a door on the left. It just didn't actually. I don't think it actually said anything. Just a door. So I was like, okay. So then the gents went around to the toilet and it said gents this way. That's why I got a bit baffled because there was nothing on the females. There's just the door. And then there was a random cage bit down there. And then the men were just going for it. There was no door whatsoever.
The toilet wasn't even a toilet.
toilet
It was just a
wasn't
corridor
even a toilet. It was
with
just
your
a
urinals in
corridor with
it.
your urinals in there. And then I would just at this point I was stood there watching two men urinate. Yeah, I was in the corridor. They had to walk back past me, like I had been watching. Like, it's the weirdest thing, and that's not even the worst part. The worst part's when they were actually finished. The girls, I was going for a toilet, and the girls come out of the toilet, and then they came down the corridor to where I was urinating, and they are just having a conversation around me, and the laughing. You would think that they're watching you at that
Circle
point.
time in the toilet.
They're having circle time when I'm trying to go for a toilet, and it's just, if anyone knows the feel of going to a toilet sometimes, of someone just going, honestly, I know it's doesn't happen, but when you've got two girls behind you and two men just laughing and you don't know what they're laughing at, and you've got your piece out, it's just not you just think the worst. So that was a massive yike, and it was so uncomfortable.
And it was underground.
But it was just the talking.
Nice pub though.
I was just
Oh, it was great.
I was just in the conversation. I was in the conversation, but I wasn't, and I was listening to the smack that they were talking.
Speaking of toilets, another
I know what's
yike I have, right? Bearing in mind, so there's this toilet in the centre of like a massive plaza.
This is horrible.
Where all it is there and there, like a triangle, and it's just one big. And what did it for me was us talking, Luca going, I need a piss. Just whips out peace in the middle of that. And I was like, you wouldn't catch me doing that.
Great experience.
No, all about everything on the. Oh,
And the one in the red light. That one was great.
Oh,
Just a little bit of metal protecting you.
That's one I couldn't do.
You can see the bottom bit.
See all sorts.
4 people's enough to be stood around me having a chat and laughing while I've got it out. I felt about that big.
Probably looked it as well.
Probably looked it. Yeah, probably why they were laughing.
Go on, your next one.
Right, my next one is in Body World. They obviously like freeze dry the people, and they don't leave anything to the imagination. Let's say, and
They really don't.
Chris pointed out this guy had a schlong,
No,
and it
no,
set this woman off. Oh my gosh, she was wetting herself laughing. She was with her daughter.
Right, to point it out, right. So these lot have gone off to this little like area, and I've just walked straight past it to go have a look elsewhere. And Jordan goes, Chris, come look at this. And I go, oh, schlong. That's all I said. And this poor woman behind me just couldn't stop laughing. And I was like, oh no. And she had her daughter was like too young to be in there, but it was
Too young to be in there.
Oh, was it? That's crazy. If you didn't know, Jordan is sitting off camera right now. She is the one that keeps topping up our drinks. So big up. But yeah, to be fair, Bonnie must not have had any complaints. That's what I'm gonna say.
It's the fact that she started wetting herself laughing about it, and her daughter just had no idea, but was also laughing.
Yeah. Speaking of Body Worlds, though, oh, you said an absolute howler in there, and it set all of us.
I wasn't like, it was just a phrase that I've heard.
It set all of us. So there was this one statue of a man on his knee like this with a woman like in front of him, and hungry are you?
Just to explain what's happened, he's got a whole drawer they just inspected, by the way, just as if there wasn't any snacks on the table.
This is good.
And now,
you got those, mate.
I'm good.
Now, Maltesers.
Yeah, going back to it. So that, and bearing in mind they leave nothing to the imagination. Oh, you'll have one, though, won't you?
We'll have a look.
There's nothing to imagine. So Matteo walks around the back of this like thing and goes, oh, look at the doner kebab on that. And I couldn't hold it in. I just had to walk away. I couldn't hold it in. Barely laughing was an understatement.
Thing is, it sounds rude, but I did not mean it to come out like that.
Oh, so you'll have one as well?
Oh yeah, I will.
What else you got in that drawer for me? If there's any Christian there, they can stay in there.
Rice crackers.
Yeah, they can. Oh my god.
Go on, another yard from you.
This is the Yike article. 30 seconds of lights, camera, no action, and petrified.
Oh, we're good at this, are we? Going into this.
So, every time we walk down the red light, someone got a fair bit of attention, knocking on windows, you know.
People coming
Got a lot of that. People asking.
Someone came out and called you cutie.
Someone went, oh, cutie. Brilliant, just brilliant. And then one on the final, I think it was the final day or
final night.
Full night we were there. One of the workers opens the door and says, and I won't charge you, I just want to have a little conversation with you. And then at first he wasn't gonna, he was like, no, I'm not gonna. And then all of us said, look, she's not gonna
hear her out.
She's not gonna do anything, just listen to what she has to say. So we gently nudge him over there, and she grabs his hand, pulls him in, shuts the door, and you just see him going off down the corridor, like, and there he goes. And then the curtain. To the at this point he was in the back rooms. Like,
bear in mind this was, I didn't realise, so we have 2 doors here, right? You walk down the corridor and you can just walk in between rooms. You can literally just walk in between rooms. Like, it's mad. No division, no nothing.
You got doors shut as well.
So yeah, doors shut, down the corridor, curtain closed. At that point, we didn't know if we were going to be out there for a few minutes, an hour, who knows. I'm not going to disclose what happened behind.
Nothing.
But nothing. I'm not going to describe the story, but 30 seconds later he come out and he got the quote of the price, the work, the labour involved, and then said after she gave him the quote, he was petrified. So that's why
came out very quickly.
he came out running because he was a pretty scared man.
And the best part about it was after we walked away from her, we realised we went the wrong way and we had to walk back past her.
So he got another knock on the window and then...
Oh, he coming back for more?
Coming back. And that describes the 30 seconds lights and camera.
It was when I got in the room, right? And so I had my hoodie around my neck. That got taken off. She did that off and it started rubbing my chest. And I was like, yeah, I'm not keen for this. I'm not going to lie. So I had to make the quick exit.
Cheap price though. Must have liked you.
Yeah, must have had a time.
My guy went into the back rooms and left the party, left the game, disconnected from the chat. And that is 30 seconds of lights, camera, no action, and petrified.
And it was all that.
What a
It
yikes.
stunk in there as well. Like
Of course it did.
Hummed. But, another one I've got, being on I think this is my last one being on the topic of Amsterdam. I've got a couple more that aren't Amsterdam based, but another one was so on our last day we went to a pub before heading to the airport, right? And I didn't realise there was a festival going on while we were there. Everyone was coming in, all that sort of stuff, and there was this one matey sat next to us doing the truffles. Bearing in mind, he just started off just swallowing them, to be honest.
Brave guy. Hats off.
And then Drug Lord over here gave him the rundown of what he has to do to
Drug Lord S.
What I have another one, won't I?
Carrying the story, mate.
Too quick.
Yeah, so he's there.
Can't wait to watch that, man.
He's there, right? He did all the truffles. What does he start doing? Just rolls up a zoot, doesn't he? And I was like, he's either gonna have the best high of his life, or he's gonna be absolutely finished. We then got our drinks brought to us, and he asked the woman, "What can I drink while on this?" What does she say? "Oh, you can have some vodka, you'll be fine." So what does he go and do? As a bev, and it was just like I actually want to know how he got on.
He had a beer and some straight vodka.
I want to know how he got on, because
that was also on our last day, so we wouldn't have even known.
Yeah,
I wonder how he got on.
I wonder how he got on.
Is he even still alive?
Probably not. After doing all that, probably not.
If you recognise us and you're watching this podcast and that was you, leave a note in the comments. We'd love to know how you got on, how your experience was.
Yeah.
If it's any good, I'll give it a try.
You won't.
Right.
No minerals. No minerals.
Nothing. But no, I'm quick enough with Luca than grabbing a Malteser.
My last yike that I've got on my list is Chris smashing the glass in the airport. So we're waiting for our flight home, and Chris owed me a drink, so he decided to buy drinks for us. The people that have been there before had clearly put their cups under their seat, just behind where you're the leg of the chair. And Chris noticed one was there and moved out of the way of his foot, not even seeing the one next to it. The sun was also in my eyes, so I then moved to a table behind us. And he thought, "Oh, I'll join you, do the same." Stands up, kicks the glass over, smashes, and then looked at me and asked why I didn't tell him it was there. Bro literally moved one that was right next to it and didn't think to move the other one. and then just got in such a mood that he was being stared at by everyone at the airport. Then he put AirPods in and sat in a mood on the table. I was like, what are you in a mood for? Just didn't answer.
No, I had AirPods in. I
was pissed that he kicked over the glass. It was very funny.
Oh,
Just shattered glass everywhere in the airport.
do you have any more, or?
I'm going to go through the last one, and this yike was just added just before we started filming because it was scary. So I'm going to give you a bit of a rundown. So the camera died before we were, well, a few minutes into filming, if seconds into filming, and Luca pulls out the camera that you're currently on, and first of all, it looked like a Wii remote, the big with the big chunky cases you normally get.
For context, it's Osmo Pocket 3.
Yeah, so he pulled out this thing that you're currently on. It's like a long. If you don't know whatever Luca just said, it's like a long thing. It's got like an arch where the camera. I mean, look at it now. It even looks scary. Look at it now. It looks like a straight like version of Wally. Like, like that is Wally. But he turned it on, and I've never been so scared in my life of a little electronic turn around and look at me. Like, it actually turned around and look at me. Like, I was just sat here, and then I just witnessed a piece of a little machine just go. Like, and that alone is like, it's one of those moments where you think, did that really just happen? Did I really just get like almost
Wait till you see it turn off.
side-eyed by a camera? Like, yeah, I'm awake. Oh, there's people there. Oh, it's just what I just did not expect it to turn around. And then after that, it actually looked me up and down. Like, it just
Wait till you see it turn off.
I just so honestly, in the day and age of today, technology is just getting scary. That thing is like just so you guys can see it right now. Look at that. That is like being looked at by Wally. A straight version of Wally with a screen in the middle of it.
I'll put a photo on screen.
Yeah, that is very scary.
Yeah, see ya.
Right. Well, cool. Oh yeah, I'll try that, won't he? Moving on from the time, I've got a couple more yikes, and I would just like you guys' opinions on these. So going back to us at the final.
Oh no.
Right, and I know you it's your local team. You want to support them. You want to do a lot, right? But the Manacroft fans, who do they think they were? Like, you'd think this was a Champions League final, mate. They were setting off pyrotechnics. They had the, what are they called?
Smoke bombs.
The smoke bombs. At the Step 8 Cup final. Like,
Paid the price for it though. Got a bit soaked.
Like that was like one of our fans got so scared that they thought there was a fire in the stadium. So they had
scared,
to.
yeah.
They got a fire extinguisher and had to. Like, they were so scared. They put the fire extinguisher and had to extinguish out these pyrotechnics that these thugs had set off in the stadium.
Hooligans.
Like hooligan behaviour.
Yeah, but like, control yourself.
A fire extinguisher should not have to be used in a stadium. So the person that grabbed the fire extinguisher and extinguished the pyrotechnic, well done to you.
You say well done like he didn't mean it. Come on.
He didn't mean it. He was scared for his life and he thought there was a fire.
Sounds
He's
like
just trying to be a hero.
One that I've just remembered about pyrotechnics. Do you remember when we walked out the hotel and some guy just set off two
Oh my god.
And then the police thought it was us.
Police thought it was us.
From the tram station to the bus station.
Nah, this guy was wearing an old Galatasaray top. I think that was the day they won the league.
Yeah.
So he just set off orange and red canisters in the middle of the road, and I was like, right then. And then the police thought it was us. Crazy.
What's your last one?
Right. This is my last one now. Is getting red carded when you've done nothing wrong. Right?
Got headbutted, got sent off.
This ref, like Luca said earlier, this ref must have been wearing a yellow shirt. Because there's no way, right? Justice for Cam. Justice, because he got headbutted by the Manicroft player, and then he proceeded to get sent off.
Yikes.
Tell me how that works. It's a yikes. The ref had a mare. Stinker. We'll go half on my bag. Anyway, that's all from me, to be honest, when it comes to yikes. So, yikes of the week.
He looked at him like the camera.
That's it for me, and I think that's all we have to say.
Yeah, that's. I think that's the end of the episode, to be honest. Been quite a bit longer than the rest of them, but we've had a lot to talk about, and we've had an extra person.
Glad to be here.
We'll leave everyone's links in the description, like I have done for the last 2 episodes and for our vlog. Final thoughts, final words.
I'm sorry that I've just been eating the whole extra.
I haven't touched the crisps, mate.
They're for you.
I think they went down well, those ones. I don't think they. Well, say goodbye, because I don't think they'll be featured on the podcast again. So.
Yeah, like we said earlier, make sure you follow the G's on Instagram to keep up with any content that we'll all be doing.
We are going to post on there.
We do have a trip coming up, and I'll probably get mentioned
in a later point.
In a later podcast.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Who is excited though?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm really excited.
Can't wait. A big up to Camazino as well.
Yeah.
Zeno.
Big him up. But yeah.
Big up Cam Zeno.
Alright, that's pretty much everything. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe, follow everyone's links down below.
Do that.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
See ya.
Ciao.